With Kris Casey. What's good, Kris?
Oh, I'm good, man. In the middle of camp, I know I look crazy, but it's all good.
I got a great prospect, 135-pounder, Nafear Charles. Happens to be your son.
Yeah.
What's the date of the fight?
March 7th, RDR Promotions, 2300 Swanson Street, Philadelphia, PA. We're going to put on the show, man.
2300 Arena. That's kind of like the new Blue Horizon.
Blue Horizon. I got married in the Blue Horizon in 14? No.
Yeah?
2004. God, I'm tripping. My wife will kill me when she says it. Yeah, I got married in Blue Horizon in 2004.
2004?
Yeah.
Yo, man, I remember my first Blue Horizon fight. Yo, classic.
Me too. It was a place you went to see boxing at its finest, when boxing was gritty and grimy, and it made you feel something.
Okay. All right, so he's in the deepest division of boxing, right?
Yeah.
He's a big puncher. Is it hard to get fights for him right now?
It's hard to get fights, but I know that as he gets more popular, and when we sign, because that's the biggest thing. I think when we sign, that's when things will open up a little bit.
Do you have an opponent?
We have an opponent. His name is Joseph Santana.
Joseph Santana? All right, I got to check
from Rhode Island. Yeah.
I got to check him out. Has he got any offers, or right now you're just?
We got a few offers on the table. We still milling around and trying to figure out what we're going to do. Right now, I just want to get March 7th over with. This is our first time back in Philly since he was an amateur. So I'm excited. I take everything off of him. I don't want him to deal with ticket requests and family and who's coming. I don't want him to worry about any of that. I take care of all that.
Is it more pressure fighting at home as opposed to in another place?
No, I keep my team around me. Coach Rick, Marquise, Dev, my guys here at Loyal Boys, they take care of everything. Danny Grandy, they all make sure they keep him straight while I'm handling the other stuff. We make sure he stays straight.
How many times are y'all slated to fight this year?
Definitely, like I said, I hope to fight. I really want to get 8 times, but if I can get 6 or 4, I don't even care. I just want to fight as much as we possibly can, because like I say, he's 19. I'm not rushing him. I could care less when we get into the rankings. I just want him to develop as a fighter and as a man. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Right now, like you said, he's in the grassroots, right?
Yeah, we're at the bottom.
2-0.
Yeah.
Do you feel like even at 2-0, talent-wise, he can compete with the guys in the top 10, top 15?
Absolutely. I mean, the kid right now, he's raw, he's strong, he's got good skill. We still working on the listening part, because obviously he's 19 years old. We're working on it, and he's progressing every day. Every day I see little things he does. Where I used to have to tell him to roll his head, I don't have to tell him that anymore. Where I used to tell him to throw a punch, wherever he throws the punch, roll to that same side. I don't have to tell him those little things anymore. So we're progressing. That's all it's about, progression.
Okay. Has anybody turned down fights or turned down sparring with you?
Oh, we get turned down for both often, and I understand. I get it. I wish that, like I said, I used to always say my goal was to unite Philly's guys and try to get us all to get along and get to a point where we all fight together and fight other places instead of fighting each other. But I see now that in Philadelphia, this is just what it is. It's the heart of the line. You gotta be able to do it at top end and do it against Philadelphia guys, or else it's not gonna work.
I hate watching Philly guys fight, especially earlier in their career. It's like, why can't we have 2 good prospects come out of Philly? Why does it gotta be 1? It's like it's the best of the best.
I'm really close with both Damon Allen and Stevie Ortiz, and they got a big fight coming up. I'm super interested in watching. I love both guys. It's gonna be a great fight. But I watched the interview last night on the Boxing Voice, and I just understand that in order to get out, they're fighting for a top 15 ranking. I'll fight my mama for a top 15 ranking. So if you telling me that in order to get out, I gotta fight this man, then we fighting. It's just that we're fighting. It's just that simple. Now at the level we're on, 2-0, why would I go against a guy that I probably fought in the amateurs, or a guy that I beat, or a guy that You know, we're not really gonna make any money doing it. There's no sense in it. But where they are, they're fighting. We're at the top of the fishbowl, they're at the top of the fishbowl. They're fighting for somebody to get out and get in the ocean. I can't be mad at them. It is what it is.
Okay. So, all right, 135-pound division. You got Javante, you got Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Who? What? Tio.
Teofimo, I love Teofimo Lopez, man. Monster.
Out of all those guys, who is the one that like you got your eye on? I know you probably got your eye on all of them.
My favorite 135 right now, I would have to say is Teofimo Lopez. He proved himself more than any of them. Whether you can name him, I don't care if you say Tank Davis. I don't care if you say.
I forgot Tank and Lomachenko.
I don't care if you say Tank Davis. I don't care if you say Lomachenko. Who of any of them beat somebody on the level of Richard Coleman? None of them. He beat the best guy at 135 that you could possibly beat.
Vasily, remember he took out Jorge when Jorge was on a nice little streak.
Jorge Linares wasn't better than Richard Coleman. Richard Coleman was a monster. Richard Coleman was a guy that people didn't want to fight. I mean, arguably, he beat Robert Easter.
I feel like they're on the same level. Yeah, he did beat.
Arguably,
he beat
Robert Easter. Arguably, look, it could have went either way if you ask me. I love Robert Easter too. I like Robert Easter at 140 now, but at 135 he was a beast. He was a tall guy who could punch.
Has your son ever sparred Tio?
No, we haven't sparred. Any of the top guys, we haven't got over the top.
You said earlier your son had a nice sparring session with Claudio Marrero.
Yeah, we sparred Claudio Marrero. I mean, we sparred Hank Lundy. We sparred. I mean, you name it, we sparred him. We sparred Jason Sosa. You know, we've had a really good run, and a lot of those guys have embraced us in a way that has helped him develop into who he is right now.
Is there a difference when you see him spar a guy at that level? Is it like can you see the difference of experience, or is it just on par?
Most of the time it's on par. Sometimes, depending on who the guy is, they'll definitely raise the level of their fighting. And I like to see them do it because in the beginning they'll come in and they'll start out like, you know, I'm gonna take it easy on this kid, and then when they see that he's coming, you know what I mean, it's not gonna be what you thought it was. Then they raise that level. They say, all right, I can't play around with this kid, so I see him raise their level higher, and I also see him try and raise his level higher. So it always works out. It's great sparring.